Do a quick introduction. I think we need to introduce very important members of this discussion. That's Pegasus and Gucci. Do you know what you want to say? Hi, I'm Tapasya and I teach Ankit everything he knows about the internet. It's a joke. Oh my God. Okay, it's clearly not funny. Hi, I'm Tapasya's father. I'm also known as Ankit.
Hi, I'm Tapasya and I'm also known as Tia.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Miss T. Okay, so we're doing this series called Interneters. Because it is our responsibility to make the internet an enjoyable, joyful, and also a clean, safe space for our children. So I'm in Bangalore. Tapasya is in
Bombay.
Absolutely,
Bombay.
which is why the Zoom call. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we just thought we're going to take a few questions that Tapasya has for me that we normally regularly chat about, and then maybe you can also send us questions that maybe your kids have and they ask you about the internet. So Tia, what were you asking me this morning? Which is when I got the eureka moment and I was like, oh my God, we totally need to record these things. Yeah, go ahead with your question.
I was asking, there's this app called Ludo King and Tic Tac Toe online. So in that, you have an option to play with the computer, to play with your friends, or to play online. So I was asking Ankit if playing online is safe, because when you play online, you don't know who you're going to play with. But when you play with friends, that time you know who you're playing with. So
that's a great question. You also use the term for these kind of games, no?
Multiplayer game?
Yeah, multiplayer games. I'm just impressed that you know that term, multiplayer games. That's amazing. Okay, so that's a great question. Okay, now do you remember in Bombay, what was our favorite play area we used to go to in Orbit? Or the new Infinity Mall, remember in Malad? You remember the play area there, right? You remember the roller coaster we went on and you couldn't stop screaming? Okay, so simple question. When you go to, let's say, a play area like that, and a complete stranger, could be a grown-up person, could be anyone older than you, just comes and walks up to you and says, hey, I want to play this game with you. Whether it is dashing cars or roller coaster or anything, and he or she says, I want to come and sit with you and play with you. Would you normally say, yes, sure, let's do that?
I would say that if it's somebody I know, but not with their parents, because then either of us could get hurt, and then
I mean, this is a stranger, right? You don't know if this stranger, who this person is.
Then I'd say no.
Okay, perfect. Well, I mean, for most part, whatever we do in the real world, real physical world, which is also called the offline world, is exactly how we should be in the online world as well. Does that make sense? So if we are not going to really go and suddenly start playing dashing cars or go sit on a roller coaster with a complete stranger whose name you don't know, you have no idea where they are from or who they are, and your parents have no idea. Thank you for the thumbs up. And your parents also have no idea who this person is, then it's probably not the wisest thing, right, to play with this person. Does Pegasus agree?
I agree.
Pegasus agrees. That's fantastic. So I guess that's the same rule for Ludo King, for Tic Tac Toe. And do you want to tell everyone about this one incident that you told me about? Was it Ludo King or Tic Tac Toe when you were playing with somebody online and this person started using the chat feature in the game and this person started typing something, right, in the chat? I think he or she was asking you where you're from or something like that, right?
Yeah, but I don't in any of the games, if there is any chatting thing, I don't really look at it because most of the time they're only chatting and not playing. Then,
Yeah, and it's a game. People should just play the game and not chat, right?
yeah, so I don't pay attention mostly to the chat. But if I'm playing with my friend and we can't get on a video call because maybe her phone's battery is low or something, some other phone's battery is low or something, that time we chat. But I don't chat most with.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, that's great actually. Thank you for putting the chat bit out there. The chat on multiplayer games, especially when you're playing with a global audience, right? These could be people logging in from anywhere in the world. It's exactly the spot of vulnerability or weakness, and people can do wrong things or say wrong things. It's actually called child grooming, and parents can look it up, and it's scary world out there. So number one, let's ensure if your kids are playing online games, they are only playing this with their friends, and most of these sessions, they can be locked, right, Tapasya? Like you get a link which you share with your friends and nobody else can enter it, right?
Yeah, like in Ludo King, you can you can, or you can send them a buddy request or a friend request, and when they accept it, then you don't have to keep telling them the thing. You can just send them an invitation for that game. So I think that's safer because then anybody can hack into your mic and get to know that the password for the game, and then that will not be safe. Then they can also join and play.
Right.
Absolutely. And they have no idea who's.
Correct. So just use these buddy request links to share with your close friends. And I think, the simple thing that I gave the example of, if you're taking your kids to a playground or a park or a zoo or a play area in a mall, which may not be the safest right now given the pandemic situation, so take care. But they would definitely not play with strangers over there or go chat with them or anything like that. So the same offline rules apply in the online world, and as long as we use common sense, and if we parents are more vigilant, then our kids can have a great fun time and a safe time on the internet, right? What's your current favorite game, Tapasya? Apart from doing karaoke on House Party, which we just did, by the way. Also, if you guys are using House Party, please lock your House Party room. You can do that, right? So random people can't just drop in and crash your party.
Yeah, and also when you go to the settings of House Party, you see all of the settings. Okay, then over there's also a setting called lock room whenever I join, so you can enable that.
Good job, Miss Gadgetwali. Good job. That's great information. Thank you so much, Tia. And this was just the first episode of Interneters. The idea is to have conversations with Tapasya or with any of you to help share more knowledge. Wow, is this really that boring that you're yawning? Okay, fine. Thank you. I get the message. We're ending this. Okay.
I'm tired.
You're tired recording this? Oh my God. Okay, fine. Signal for me to stop this video. But thanks so much for watching. If you have a child or if you know anybody who is, between the ages of 7 to 10, 12, that's the young age group that these videos are for, please share this with them. And let us know in feedback what you think about this and what more you would like us to talk about. Okay, Tapasya, have a great weekend.